Everything feels so dreamlike after already, but sleep will get me the hard reset I need. With that thought in mind, I threw myself onto the nice clean bed. Shortly after I drift off to sleep, I'm awoken by Yuji. And Kato is awake, slowly gonna start my day and go kill some Robo Dinos. Hope you had a chill time so far. I hope you have. Hope you two do, and don't read any of Dex's messages. They are unhinged as usual. He shows me how to get to the cafeteria, and we have ourselves a feast. So many ellipses. Why? Huh? It's locked. Oh, right, the auto lock. Just as I remember the fingerprint authentication panel, the door unlocks. It looks like it recognized my voice. Already noticed. Uh-oh. Perhaps it's nice not needing to worry about a key. Yeah, for all those people who like to talk out loud, you know. Oof. Following dinner, I had an engaging chat with Kirie and Yuji before heading back to my room. Damn, and Dexter missed all of it. I glanced at the clock to see it's already 10 PM. That was quite the chat. Wait, so... Okay. This is why it's confused. This is why it's confusing me. Oh, well, this is what's confusing me. Kirie is the PNG on the screen, by the way. Yes. I am Kirie. So, you can tell on the clock what time it is. But you can also touch the dove. You can also press on the dove's head for the... so that it tells you the time. Okay.
ただいま11月28日水曜日22時7分
Hang on a minute. Weren't you meant to coo every hour on the hour? I think it's malfunctioning already. I think it's already malfunctioning. I tried tapping the dove. The chirps are fine, but the voice is very bizarre. Yeah, it's very feminine. You said the dove was a he, didn't you? Oh well, he called the dove a he. Home sweet home, I guess. The room contains only basic necessities of life that this curious little dove clock. Let's hope I remember to say the L in clock every time. Tomorrow is Thursday. No, today is Thursday. And I have school, so I should probably get some sleep. I can't sleep after that nap earlier. Me too. I can relate. I stare blankly at the fluorescent lights on the ceiling, wide awake. You know, maybe we should turn those lights off first. I open my door and quietly as quietly as I can before slipping out. The hall is deserted. I want some fresh air, but...
寮の門限は10時だから、それ過ぎたら外に出ちゃダメだからね。
Shit, there's a curfew. I felt bad breaking a rule I'd only just learned about. Oh. I suddenly had an idea, although technically it was still against the rules. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the way.
何してるの?
Bro, he's going up to the tower. I have a weird question. Which character in this VN would you let peg you? I probably shouldn't have asked. Yeah, you're right. already busted. Yeah, that's crazy. Not even 24 hours passed.
ここは3階。女子寮のはずなんだけど。
Bro has already broken the rules. Sorry. As I apologize, she looks me in the eyes and seems to understand everything.
しょうがない。内緒だからね。こっち。
While keeping an eye out to make sure we're not spotted, she grabs my hand, leading the way toward the clock tower that overlooks the town. I was not expecting a night version of the CG.
でも気持ちいいな。
So who is your answer? I was gonna act like you didn't ask the question in the first place. As we peek out of the bell tower, a gust of night wind blows past, caressing our skin. It's chilly, but it helps calm my racing thoughts. She's right, it does feel good.
街のことを見渡すならやっぱりここが一番かな。
She could explode me. Okay, bro. The Palm Dome Clock Tower is the tallest building around, with no other structures even coming close. The town, now blanketed in the veil of night, looks different from how it did during the day. I'm sorry for sneaking in without asking.
大丈夫。シュウはまたここに行きたいだろうなってなんとなく思ってたから。
Okay, well that's not why he went up the floors. Is that so?
うん。だってまだ気になってそうな顔してたし。
I guess so. Even now, there's something I can't help but notice out of the corner of my eye. The Aurora. The Subnautica ship. She is right, it does feel good. Don't take that out of context. Okay. What context do you want me to not take it out of? Not the natural light display in the sky I know about, but a physical wall that encircles the town. The VN said it. Okay. Where is this town? What is that wall? Honestly speaking, it's incredibly bizarre.
シュウの言ってることは私たちにとっても不思議。今さら誰も疑問に思うことなんてないものだから。
Does everyone like living here?
好きっていうのもピンとこないかな。私たちは他の世界を知らないし。
Yeah, like I said last time, it's literally Plato's cave. Oh, well, yeah, I know what it was actually. I forgot what it was actually called. But that's fair. If someone asked if I like this universe, I couldn't answer either. That I take these things for granted isn't surprising, considering my experience is vastly greater than my world vastly larger than the folks here. Aside from that, nothing else really feels that out of place.
例えば？
Everyone's good people. There are plenty of weirdos, but everyone's so nice and we can communicate.
言葉が通じないなんてことがあるの？
This goes so much deeper than I thought.
わかった。確かバベルの塔を壊した神様が怒って人類の使う言葉をバラバラにしちゃったんだよね。
Ah, she knows about that Bible passage. Yeah. Did you know about that?
違った？
Not necessarily, but I guess what I'm saying is that what I'm trying to say is countries, right? What I noticed about Sister Lily earlier, usually people speak different languages based on where they're from, so
もしかしてフランスとかオランダとか
huh?
そういうこと？
How do you know about countries if you've never huh? Yeah, you know about foreign countries.
一応知識としては。でももうなくなってるものだから。
All gone. I realize Yune's perception of the world is so very different from my own. Even our perception of the word foreign is different.
だってフランスってモネとかバトーがいた国でしょ？
Oh,
大昔の話だし。
that explains it. Because of course they only know countries where famous art or sculptures came from in the Renaissance period. So, you know, Monet the painter, I don't know everything, but I'm sure there's no way France is just gone. My voice trails off mid-sentence. I realize I have no proof to back up my convictions. Yeah, you don't even have all your memories, so let me guess. You learned about this too?
うん。常識だよ。子供でも知ってるもん。そんな昔の国なんて。
Yeah, it was called Europe. the grand civilization of America.
101年前に全部なくなっちゃったってことくらい。
Her words hit me far harder than anything else I've experienced thus far.
去年がちょうど100年だったから101年だよね。うん。
What happened 101 years ago?
101年前のアポカリプスで外の世界は滅亡しちゃった。だからこの街があるって。
That's what I said. It's the fucking rapture.
常識なわけないか。州からしたら。
Nope. I'm kind of at a loss for words. This isn't the time for cracking jokes. If what she said is true, then everything outside the town was wiped out over a century ago. So the Aurora...
世界の終わりから街を守ってくれたものだよ。私たちはずっとそう聞いてる。
It's hard for me to put my emotions into words. Her version of history upended my entire concept of reality, and the shock was greater than anything I'd experienced here. Still, I can accept it, at least for the time being. Then that explains why things are prioritized or valued the way they are. So that means without an outside world, my very presence is an anomaly.
そういうことになるかな。私にとっては当たり前すぎて、こうやって今さら考えることも普段はないけど。
I don't understand how you know what France is. Doesn't it no longer exist?
リリー先生が教えてくれるから、この絵はフランスの風景を描いたものだとか、この画家はオランダ人だとか。
I never would have guessed that Sister Lily would have taught you this. I recall how they used the statue of David as a basis of measurement and realized the town must have originated based on art from all over the world. There's a transcendence of the fine art that seems to permeate the streets of the town. That explains how you know about all these foreign countries, but only as ancient history.
違うの？
No, I don't know. My instincts cry out against everything she's saying, but I have no proof and no logical explanation to back me up. Considering I'm the one who can't remember anything, I'm probably the one who's wrong.
私にはあんまり想像がつかないな。シテール島の巡礼みたいな光景がオーロラの外に広がってるなんて。
The what of what? Embarkation of Cythera.
でもシュウがあんな絵の世界から飛び出してきたって考えると面白いかも。
She giggles innocently amused. From what I could tell, her being here is worse than I thought. My being here is worse than I thought. If my only experience of the world is through paintings, then there's not much that separates foreign from fantasy. What's the difference between a foreign land and an imaginary one, if you've never seen it? I'm not sure they even grasp the concept of countries being far bigger than towns. In that case, do you know what country we're in now?
国なんて呼び方はしたことないけど、うん。ここは昔日本だったところなんでしょ?
Right. That's what I thought. You're now speaking You're still speaking Japanese. I'm relieved we finally reached a point where our fundamental awareness is the same. Even though if no other country or languages exist, at least our perception of Japan is correct. My perception of Japan is correct. If I arrived speaking only Italian, things might have gotten a tad bit messier. None of you have accents either.
なまりってこうやって喋ること?
The translators tried their best to translate that accent. It did not work. Like this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. That's baby talk. That's actually more surprising. There's no rhyme or reason between what words exist and what don't. Actually, I had a feeling she wouldn't know what I was talking about. Correct. You are in a town with no variation in culture for one another. So of course you're not going to have different accents. Makes more entertaining in a way, right? I know what you mean. Since this town is the only world you know, awareness of other countries seems pointless. I understand her reasoning, I get it, but because of the cultural differences and the gap between our perceptions of the world, it doesn't really hit home. Like being in a slightly different world like here. Yeah, I guess.
でもジャポニズムの作品ならギャラリーにいくつかあるから知ってるよ。
Japanism. A gallery?
美術回廊。学校の中にあるんだけど、いろんな作品がいっぱい展示されてるの。
Like a museum, I guess. I'm interested. I've never been that interested in art, but it seems to be one of the commonalities we share. More Renaissance nudity, yay, okay. At the very least, they seem familiar with Monet and Watteau. I don't know how to pronounce that one, which is the opposite of what I'm used to.
それじゃあ今度案内してあげる。広いから一日じゃ回りきれないと思うけど。
Thanks. If they have at least one famous art piece I know, it'll provide a definite link between me and the outside world.
シュウはまだ何も思い出さない?
No, well, not exactly. I still remember the names of foreign countries at least. Although I might not have remembered if she hadn't mentioned them. Trying to unearth forgotten memories with nothing to go on is a is as difficult as attempting to scale a mountain with no gear.
シュウは外に戻りたいって思う？
I don't know. I don't remember anything. Also, to be honest, today was a lot of fun. At the very least, I had no plans of running off.
それは嬉しいかも。私も正直今でも不思議なんだ。こうやって外から来た人と喋ってるなんて。
It'd be akin to me chatting up an alien from outer space. Okay, I don't think you should be calling her an alien.
ねえシュウ、私オーロラの外には誰も行けないって言ったけど。
Yeah? And how it's taboo to even think about the outside world.
本当は一つだけ例外があるの。
Really? What's that?
オーロラを越えて毎年やってくるって言われてる人が一人だけ。
Right. Who? If that person exists, then I can't be the only outsider around. The name drops from Yune's lips.
サンタさん。
Of fucking course, it's Santa. Why did I not put two and two together? This is a Christmas game. Of course Santa's in it. I'm not sure if she's joking or not, but I see a delicate innocence in her eyes. The only one who can cross the Aurora into town. Of course it'd be Santa.
わかる？サンタクロース。
Of course. Assuming we're thinking of the same jolly fellow.
クリスマスになったらトナカイの引く空飛ぶソリに乗って。
yeah. Okay, if you don't know, Santa Claus in Japan is basically Colonel Sanders because he looks like Santa. KFC did brilliant marketing for that one back in the day. So when Christmas comes around, it's the one day of the year where all of the people in town get to eat KFC. Santa rides in the sky on a sleigh pulled by reindeer, and he drops KFC chicken buckets on for everyone to eat and to enjoy. Never mind. And he slides down chimneys to give presents to all the good boys and girls, except instead of presents, it's KFC.
よかった。サンタさんは通じるんだね。
Of course I know Santa. I remember. But he's nothing more than a fairy tale told to children.
私たちくらいの年になったらみんな純粋に信じたりはしないんだけど。
Is that actually how it goes in Japan? No. It was just a great marketing strategy from KFC that Colonel Sanders kind of looks like Santa, so KFC kind of became like the Christmas dinner equivalent of food to have on Christmas. I don't know. It seems we share that perception as well.
今日は少しありえるのかもって思った。
That's some cheap dinner though. I mean, yeah, but KFC's still goated. Right? Well, actually, here's the thing, right? The good chicken is the hot and spicy ones, right? Not the original. That's too oily, right? You get original chicken and you get given a bucket of oil, a bucket of grease. I hate spicy. Well, even if it isn't actually chicken. Okay, well, I know about American KFC, but bro, hot and spicy chicken, KFC chicken is the shit. The burgers too, pretty good. But you know, the seasoning, the sauce makes the chicken soggy sometimes. Huh? I turn to Yune, confused, and she giggles, lifting one finger in the air.
もしかしたらシュウがサンタさんなのかも。
Without the beard and the white hair. The white hat. I mean the hair. Me? I don't know. I don't have the right clothes. I'm missing the magnificent beard, and I don't have any gifts to dole out for. I don't think there's such a thing as young Santa.
そうだよね。
I know. Don't give Hollywood any ideas. KFC has burgers. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this after, right? I'm gonna show you the KFC menu after. The belief in Santa is an experience everyone goes through. Although the story is slightly different here, he uses his flying sleigh to pass through the otherwise impenetrable Aurora. A legendary children's tale with a local twist. I guess everyone dreams of Santa at some point.
でもよかった。シュウが優しそうな人で。
I mean, it makes sense that they know about Santa, considering Christmas used to be a purely Christian thing. You're one to talk. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be passed out by that lake. Not the fucking... I was on the brink of no return when an angel's voice guided me to safety. And an angel's panties guided me to hornyhood. Never mind. I seriously could have died right there, and no one would have ever known. Although the mystical aura she held at the time has faded, her beauty remains, and I'm tempted to say something I'd definitely regret later. After all, there's a hint of romance in the Silent Night air. Silent Night? Like the song? Like the church hymn? I'm assuming it's some kind of demon behind her legs. But I still haven't gotten any answer for how far I've gotten in the game. Like, no information at all. Yeah, I don't know.
運んでくれた昨夜にもお礼言わなきゃね。
I won't. I'm sure I'd just come out as pretentious. It'd just come out as pretentious nonsense, so I keep it to myself. Maybe in Yune's route, probably. The way she looked as beautiful as an angel standing there on the bank of Oneto Lake will be my little secret.
さてと、降りますか。
We better. We talked a little too long. She asks if I'm cold, but I assure her I'm fine. She's so sweet that I feel the overwhelming urge to do something nice for her. Well, we're not getting to any routes anytime soon, so...
明日は8時にエントランス集合だからね。初日から遅刻しないように。
Of course. Good night.
おやすみ。
Oh, they forgot about it. Imagine. The sight of Yune's smile makes me feel like I'd be able to sleep well. Chapter 1, Part 2. The attribute of an imminent snowfall. Okay, I know why I was struggling to say that word. November 29th, Thursday. That's today! I can't believe this. Not the date, just the day. My first day of school is finally here. Although, considering I just arrived yesterday, finally might be a bit much. being nervous on your first day is at a new school is probably a global phenomenon. Well, considering that everyone else in the everywhere else in the globe is destroyed, I guess you can't call it global anymore. Although having a few friendly faces in the crowd should help, I hope.
皆さん、おはようございます。今日も天気が良く何よりですね。
You know, look, all I'm gonna say is if everyone had Sister Lily's design, this this visual novel would have looked like it came out of 2008. Forget 2018, this would have looked like a 2008 visual novel. Even knowing Sister Lily was our homeroom teacher, I'm still surprised by her by where I find myself. I'm not sure what to make of this school, but it seems customary to gather in the campus chapel upon arriving on campus, as if for church services. Also, Dexter, you still haven't said whether you agree or disagree to that statement. Look, you're the expert, alright? I'm just stating... shit, alright? I need to know if I'm right. What statement? That Sister Lily looks like she came out of an early 2000s visual novel. She's got the Higurashi art style.
すでに聞いている方もいるかもしれませんが、本日は皆さんにお伝えすることがあります。
There's about 100 students gathered in the auditorium. From what I can tell, it seems like a school-wide assembly. Very different from the usual stand in front of the room and introduce yourself affair.
シュウさん、来ていただけますか?
I mean, if this VN came out in 2008 and everyone was wearing her clothes, it would definitely be a new gay. Okay, that's not what I was saying. I'm talking about her design. Also, why do I feel like... Why do I feel like she'd look better with glasses? I don't know. It feels like her face is missing something. Huh? Just picture her with glasses, right? Thoughts? Coming... I stutter in my nervousness. It looks like she'll be introducing me to the student body today instead of reading verses from her Bible. It takes away from the face. Well, there's not much to take away from. I'm not really that big of a deal, is what I want to say, but I have no choice here. It's just a self-introduction. Play it safe. Don't say anything dumb and you'll be fine.
ご紹介します。今日から2年リンゴ組に転入なさいますシュウさんです。
And I wear glasses, so that might be why as well. I see. So, because you wear glasses, you understand how shit glasses are to wear. That's me. I'm looking forward to getting to know you all. Also, what could I say? What shouldn't I say? Parents of students are so exotic, but by their very nature, that kids will talk no matter what. Okay, I was gonna say not to talk about how you're an outsider, but he just did it anyway. I came from outside the Aurora. I'm still working on getting adjusted to the customs here, and I'm looking forward to learning more. The students suddenly burst into excited chatter. What? A natural reaction, considering even joking about crossing the Aurora is forbidden. But what if I've managed to start off on the wrong foot? Still, this is why I'm telling you not to... Look, if you're gonna say anything, just say, you have amnesia, right? And... yeah, that... what else? Not much. Just don't say you're from the outside until someone... yeah. Wait, what? I just don't like glasses. Leave the face free of dirt. Okay. I'm not going to read that last one. It didn't feel right to keep secrets from my potential future friends. It's not that big of a deal. What? It's not like it's not like it's a bombshell. It's gonna destroy your relationship with your friends if they find out after the fact that you're from the outside.
見ろ見ろ、あれがわざわざ外から招待した私の専属俳優だ。リリー先生に怒られますよ、キリエ先輩。
Kyrie's words echo out from the midst of the fray, but there's no way I can react appropriately being sent to stage on the altar. You know the worst part? This room is essentially made to be as echoey as all fuck. So, like, even the slightest sound can be heard from across the room. And Kyrie, shouting like that? Yeah. That's why I've already forgotten whatever it is I wanted to say. However, the perfect closer suddenly springs to mind. Almost like a revelation. Oh, like the Bible. I want to fully immerse myself in the culture and values of this town and the people in it. I know having an outsider living among us, isn't something that happens every day. However, I hope you can look past that and accept me as one of you. How odd. The words flow easily from my lips, as if they'd been waiting in the wings for the moment in the spotlight. A moment of the spotlight. There'll be moments where I'll say strange words or ideas, but I promise this goes both ways. Yeah, your words will also be strange to me. With that said, I'd love to be able to share knowledge on things that you might be unaware of. You say this like you don't have amnesia, so you don't remember anything from the outside other than phone and backpack. I think it would be wonderful if we could all work together to make this town flourish. I sound like some sort of foreign ambassador. Yeah, you do. None of it seemed like what I would say. Although it came from my mouth. Sorry for rambling. That's all I have to say in short. Keep it short and simple. You've already surpassed the length, okay? I hope we can all be friends. I look forward to the days ahead. Oh god, I can't even pronounce it. An inhabitant from another world, a visitor from a foreign land. As the only foreign specimen in this town, don't call yourself a specimen, alright? In this town, the best thing I can possibly do is blend in as much as possible. Well, telling everyone you're from the outside isn't gonna allow you to blend in, is it? What? Yeah, one of the most echoey structures to exist. Hearing Kyrie's overloaded chutzpah. I did not expect that word. When I'm drowning in awkwardness, cheers me up, although I'd never tell her.
では、これにて朝の礼拝を終わります。おのおの教室に戻るよう。
Thus ends my academic debut, or rather, the new student rite of passage. Wow, that was embarrassing.
それにしてもなかなか立派な挨拶だったな。
Thanks.
だな。もしかして前の晩からちゃんと考えてたとか
No, I stepped up onto the altar, and the words just came to me. Pretty lucky, huh? I'd only planned on saying a couple words, but the next thing I knew, I was reciting a whole novel. Yeah, bro was yapping. He was yapping up a storm. It's like I'd happened upon a cheat sheet tucked away inside my brain. Ah, what the fuck? It's literally been fucking 11 minutes, bro. Ah, fucking bullshit. What'd you say? I couldn't hear you over the static.
降りてきたか。いいな。週にはミューズがついてんのかもな。
お前んとこにも降りてきたぞ。ほら雲。
頭に乗せようとすんな。
ユネじゃああはいかないな。緊張しいだから噛んでと思ってトンチンカンのしゃべりを。
I don't know.
キリエ、何人の悪口言ってんの？聞こえてるんだからね。
Skill issue.
向こうで先生の手伝いしてたんじゃなかったのかよ。
Yeah, that was just a front, you know. Yune wasn't actually helping. She was just standing outside with her ear against the door until you said something bad about her.
私の名前が聞こえたから飛んできた。
Ow.
相変わらず地獄耳だな、ユネは。
Okay, look, surely I wasn't right.
でも確かに良かったよ。週の挨拶。ちょっと感動しちゃった。
I guess it was kind of impressive. I meant what I said, though. I want to know more about this town. I want to be friends with everyone here. I know I just arrived the day before, but that's honestly what I want. By the way, is everyone in the same class?
私らこそが花の2年リンゴ組。イメージカラーは赤。
That's expected. It sounds like Kirie and Yuji are in my class as well, along with Yune. I'm grateful for the reassurance of having this many friends with me. Kirie jump scare. Sakuya is a grade below, and Kotoha and Gido are a grade above.
んだな。昨夜は1年のオリーブ組。琴音と義堂はペガサス組だ。
Pegasus? Never mind.
どうした？
It's just... Aren't classes normally just numbered, like class 1 or class 2?
数字なんか味気ないだろ？紛らわしいし。
Do they really sound that confusing? Holy giant Steam notification. How about A class and B class then? Not that I don't get it, but I can't shake how odd it sounds. It almost seems childish. It sounds like something from a backwoods school in the middle of nowhere, completely different from what I'm used to. I mean, yeah, you're literally in a different world, basically. I said that when Yune said she was touched by Shu's speech. Oh, okay. Considering most of what they know about the outside world is through works of art, I'll have to slowly ease my way into the town's unique eccentricities. Singular.
チャイムだ。アトリエ行かなくちゃ。
I'm glad that the chime of the bell is the same as it normally is in Japanese schools. The Atelier, that's a game. Atelier Rise, you know, Oh wait, no, you're in a different world.
1時間目は彫刻なんだよ。
Right. You mean like fine art sculpture? Sculpture?
そりゃまあ。
He looks at me like the answer's obvious.
2時間目は人物画、3時間目は風景画、4時間目は版画。
Of course, everything is related to painting and is related to art. It's all art related. That's what I'm saying.
そりゃ授業だからな。
外の世界じゃ学校でそれ以外のことを習うの？不思議かも。
Is it? Yune, as always, helped me out by explaining what should be obvious. That she can practically explain something that's clearly common knowledge to the people of the town shows how kind she truly is. Everyone here studies the same subjects. So then how did you learn how to speak Japanese? How did you learn about different... actually, no. You didn't learn about different countries. You learned about different... You learned about different artists. And then learned that they're from different countries. It sounds like the people here value the fine arts more than I originally thought. Oh, yeah, I should have realized. With how focused the students are on the arts, the academy sounds more like an art institute, considering that a literal unit of measurement is based off of a sculpture from the Renaissance. Of course they're so focused on art. What about periods 5 and 6 then?
5時間目なんてないぜ。4時間目で終わりだよ。
Huh? Hang on a minute. Bro. That's crazy. You're joking.
そんなに勉強してどうすんだよ。昼食い終わったら放課後は自由だろ普通。
I didn't get any Amazing Grace VN in today, unfortunately. Well, still issue.
って言っても、みんな自分の作品作りに時間を当ててるけどね。
Right. All that worrying over my lack of memories of my own schooling was clearly for nothing. However, this level of specialization is perhaps just as nerve-wracking.
私は映像の授業が好きなんだけど、週に1回しかねえんだよな。
Right. So why can't film class be 5th period or something, right? Really? 4 periods? I'm a lot farther than you are, fortunately. Yes, I know. You're in a route. I have to admit, I'm not really much of an artist.
そんなやつザラにいるって。とりあえずアトリエまで行こうぜ。
そうだね。青ざめなくても、困ったら俳優をやればいいんだからよ。
True. That's what I want. For the first time, Kyrie's invitation to join her film crew sounds pretty tempting. Hang on a minute.
本日最初の授業は彫刻ということで、皆さん前回はどこまで進みましたか？
Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay, hang on a minute. So, it's each subject is based off of an specific art form, right? And then there's film class. But is there opera? Because here's the thing. You've got stage plays, right? Which is what the acting is for. So surely there's opera or something similar to that. Your question will be answered shortly, hopefully today. Okay.
なんもできてねえじゃねえか。
自由制作であれば問題はありませんが、これは授業なので最低限の足並みは揃えましょうね。ああ、シュウさんはもちろん構いませんよ。まずは見学ということで。
Thanks. You're a bit too close, Sister Lily. I felt completely overwhelmed. Students are gathered together in the atelier, along with the sculptures. You just got what looks like an angel. It's elaborately carved. Yune's working on an incomplete yet still it's still impressive statue of a woman. A bust, maybe. Everyone else's pieces are just as... Wait. One of these is not like the others. This is not your average art class. The sculptures surrounding me are far beyond my own paltry ability. Yeah, I knew she was gonna struggle.
そんなジロジロ見られたら恥ずかしいってば。下手っぴなのに。
Are you serious? Are you going to make Ando bust? Okay. Her not very good sculpture wouldn't look out of place on display in an art gallery. The bar here is set way too high.
何作ろっかな。全然思い浮かばねえんだよな。
Well, you're not drawing, Kyrie, you're sculpting. Never mind. Kyrie is the only one without an art piece. If there's one person I can always count on, it's her. Still clearly undecided on what to make. Is it possible that she's not nearly as talented as the rest of the class? To be honest, I feel like Kyrie is just indecisive. I don't think she's untalented.
そんなジロジロ見るなよ。美人だからって。
絶対違うと思う。
では皆さんは制作に。わからないことがあれば聞いてください。シュウさんは自由に歩き回ってもらっていいので、まずは雰囲気をつかんでもらえますか？
Okay.
皆さんもシュウさんに見られて恥ずかしくないものを作ってくださいね。
So, after seeing everyone's sculptures, I'm doomed. It's Jova. There's so much creativity here. I've got absolutely no chance of fitting in. Of ever fitting in. Considering Yuna's masterpiece is apparently not very good, clearly this is not your average art class. A fine art school is in a fine arts town. It's definitely something. There still might be hope for me yet.
できたー。超早技だぜ。
Okay, never mind. You're all done, Kyrie? As I thought, the only exception is Kyrie. Not only did she rush the production, but she designed it all on the fly without finalizing anything beforehand. Oh god, if that's what she's like with sculpting, how's she like with film? Actually, no. I already know what she's like with filmmaking. She has zero pre-production. Bro does not have a script. I don't know what I expected in her sculpting. Oh, please god, let it be a disaster piece. Actually, considering that she has no script, her not having a script doesn't mean that she can't make good films. I'm still 50-50. She could be talented, she could be a fucking prodigy, and just be good at everything without needing to plan anything, or she's dog shit. I know I'm an awful friend, but the only way I'm going to make it is by having someone as horrible as me by my side. And considering this is how she was thinking, right? I don't have any hopes for him.
見せてやるよ。ほれ、5秒で作った。
I'm still 50-50 because of how Kyrie is reacting. How Kyrie is talking about it sounds like he's gonna be able to dog shit, but then it would validate Shu's opinion. I don't know who to pick.
そこき。
And then I had the biggest shock of my life. I told you she was gonna be fucking Paul Bot Stallion.
いやー、さっぱりインスピレーションがわかんで参った。ま、適当に作ったんじゃこんなもんだよな。
So she made a haunts. Huh?
シュウ、初めて見る顔してる。
All the color has drained from his face, and he is as pale as the horse.
馬なんて初めて作ったけど、筋肉がちょっと難しいな。
Bro, you cannot get away with this.
時間なかったからしょうがないけど、なんか地味だよな。
いいんだよ、授業なんかで派手さ見せなくても。
This is a work of art. The tail's a bit fucked, but everything else that she could use her tiny nimble fingers to produce something this masterful so quickly. I felt as if I'd witnessed some kind of sorcery. Kyrie,
なんだ急に。
how are you all so talented?
別にうまくねえよ。撮影のテストくらいにしか使えないぜ、こんなの。
Test shot?
爆発に使う火薬量を確かめるのに使うんだ。
You're joking. You should make something this spectacular just to blow it up?
だからよくできてねえって。ギドの作品見てこいよ。
I mean, okay, yeah, but bro, I keep saying bro, how you they all say it's shit because they're comparing it to the fucking Renaissance artists, the fucking prodigies and during the Renaissance. Guidos. Of course your sculpture's gonna look shit next to the statue of David or fucking the Thinker.
彫刻だったらギド先輩の右に出る人はいないから。
美術回廊にも展示されてるくらいだしな。あの人はすげえよ。
Is that so?
絵画なら琴葉さんも並ぶけどね。映画なら私。
他に誰が撮ってんだよ映画。
Yeah, which means she's the best. If I'm being honest, Kyrie's craftsmanship is neither good nor bad. I'd say she's pretty average. I'll take it. In comparison, Guido and Kotaha seem to excel beyond every other student here.
あら、ちょうど時間ですね。皆さん無事に完成しましたか？
Wait, how long are these classes? Because I'm assuming they're an hour long, right? That's how long a normal class would have been, right? But like, it seems a bit quick.
どうしましたか、シュウさん。授業の雰囲気は掴んでいただけましたか？
What do you think? Yeah, it's painfully clear to me. What am I going to do? I'm not proud to admit I'm not good with my hands and I lack any artistic sense. Everyone's been taking such advanced art classes since they were kids. There's no one on my level. Our knowledge and experiences are vastly different. If I even attempt to fit in, I'll only end up at the bottom of the bottom. Okay, and this is what you do, right? Thankfully, there's only 4 periods, which means he gets more time to practice on the skills he's lacking, which at the moment, it is everything. There isn't a skill he's good at. So, that's why he's got the free time to, you know, do his own quote-unquote projects, which is basically just practice.
次の授業は人物画でしたか。休み時間の間に作品をしまっておいてくださいね。
A chorus of "Yes, sister" marks the end of the first period. It seems like our next class is here as well. Where are the other classes?
別のアトリエにいるんじゃないかな。何やってるのかは知らないけど。
There are others? I guess it makes sense. After all, there's only one art class after another. Most practical skills are taught in workshops or ateliers.
ここは第2アトリエだ。校内には全部で7カ所ある。
This is nothing like my old school. Do you even know your old school? The culture shock is real.
まあこんな感じで4時間目まで続くから。
Shut up!
退屈かもしれないけど見てってくれよ。
Shut up! Anyway, what were you saying again? I interrupted you.
まあこんな感じで4時間目まで続くから退屈かもしんないけど見てってくれよ。
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm assuming I don't lose all hope. Assuming I don't lose all hope. In my old school, if you were bad at art, you could take refuge in some other subject. In this school, it's fine arts or bust. No, it's fine arts or... Never mind. Why is Kiria so cute? I don't understand. I don't know. Will I really be able to cut it here? I gaze up at the blue sky through the window, lost in thought. There was windows? Was windows. Okay. Yeah. Were windows.
授業も終わった終わった。疲れた。
Castration?
お前何もしてなかっただろ
何を言う。デッサンモデルは立派な仕事だ。キリエの持ってたリンゴがいつの間にかなくなってたの。みんな気づいてたからね。
She ate the apple that she was meant to trace. Of course. I wonder what's for lunch. The grip I held on my sanity was tenuous at best, but I'd survived periods 2, 3, and 4, each one further reinforcing my lack of talent. Every student here seems to excel in the fine arts, with the only difference being their individual fields of expertise. It's like I've fallen into a different dimension.
では皆さん、お手を合わせてお食事前のお祈りを。
Who's Grace? Never mind.
今日はポークソテーか。お祈り前にフォーク持っちゃいけませんよ、キリエ先輩。
Grace. Alright, let's eat. Never mind.
固いこと言うなよな。
Since St. Aria Academy only has 4 lessons per day, we've returned to the dorm to eat lunch. It's unclear if this is school lunch, but considering I'm broke, I'm just happy to have food at all. No one's brought up the issue of money yet. There's tuition, of course, and then money for clothes, food, and board. I can't pay out of pocket, but there must be a way for me to make some cash.
おいしい。胡椒がいい感じ。
Hey, Yune. I asked Yune if there's anything I can do for money.
アルバイトってこと？
That's right. I realized I'm basically broke. I really need some sort of job.
別にいいんじゃない？私たちもバイトなんてしてないし。
Yeah, apparently none of you have parents either.
学生なんだから気にすることないって。勉強するのが仕事だよ。
Yeah, but you know he can't really do that. So what are his alternatives? But my art skills are pretty much trash.
シュウはきっと単純に小遣いが欲しいんだよ。
No shit. That's why he's asking for a job. Did they not pick up on that?
なるほど。
Apparently not. No, it's not all. It's not. That's not it at all.
でも確かに自由に使えるお金がないと困るよね。
As long as I have enough to get by, then I'm fine.
いいこと思いついた。シュウ、
Shit.
私の映画に出てくれれば出演料をやろう。
As soon as I saw Kiria, I knew she was going to fucking bribe him with money. Am I crazy for finding Kiria's invitation to star in her next film suddenly very appealing? I'll just get blown up again.
俳優なんてそんなもんだよ。
なわけねえだろ。
How much is the pay, hypothetically speaking?
100ルインくらいかな。
はした金じゃないですか。
キリエの提案だもん。
爆破されてそれじゃ割に合わないにも程があるな。
I have no idea how to respond to any of this. As far as I can tell, how much is one ruin worth exactly?
その口ぶりだと州のいた世界じゃ違ったみたいだな。
Yeah, they use yen. All I'm familiar with is yen and dollars.
聞いたこともありませんね。
I see. To be fair, the issue at hand is fairly trivial. Getting used to the different currencies is normal when traveling to any foreign country. Well, yeah, but there's usually a conversion rate. This is not the case.
誰かお財布持ってる？
あるぜ。ちょっと出してみるか。
This is the money you use here?
これが100ルイン。こっちが500ルインで、これが1000で、これが5000。
Oh, how do you tell the difference?
鳩の書かれてるのが100ルインで、フクロウが500ルイン。
Just say the hundred ruin is a small copper coin. The 500 is a slightly larger copper coin.
1000ルインはアテネで、5000ルインはゼウスです。
Yeah, the 1000 is a silver coin and the 5000 is a gold coin. Makes sense. I say that, although the only ones that actually make sense are the dove and the owl. They look like foreign coins, though. Like ancient money from a long time ago. Well, considering that they have a picture of Athena and Zeus. You know, Greek gods. Yeah, I could see that. What about bills?
紙幣？
Like paper money.
ありませんね。コインだけです。
I see. No banknotes? You never know what cultural differences will pop up, I guess. How do you pay for big purchases without bills?
高いものは高いけど。シュウ、お前本当に記憶喪失か？しょっちゅうよくわかんない言葉使うけど。
That is true. You're right. I guess the situation naturally led me to remembering the existence of bills. Yeah, but what's the conversion rate? Well, okay, actually no. You can't convert them because they don't know how much a yen is compared to what was it called? It's impossible for me to remember the outside world completely unprompted. There's nothing for me to mentally grab a hold of.
シュウは
Yeah.
何も知らないふりをして実は外の世界から送り込まれた視覚なのかも。
That's why if you want to compare Ruin to Yen, just how much is a bottle of water in Ruin? And then you can do the conversion rate. Because a bottle of water should be fairly consistent, right?
うわスパイなんだな。
You know what a spy is? Kiria seems like a huge fan of spy movies, but they're not my cup of tea. I keep feeling like the world is vaguely wrong, but I can't remember anything concrete.
でもこうやって話してれば徐々に思い出せるってことだよね。この調子ならしばらく生活してればもっと外のことがわかるかもしれません。んだな。
Thank you, everyone. There's still one thing I'm curious about. I feel uncomfortable asking, but isn't talking about the outside world taboo?
一応そうでしたが。
大っぴらに外から来たって宣言した誰かさんのせいでみんな口々に噂してるよ。それでも気をつけるべきだけどな。
Yeah. This is why you should not have said that you came from the outside world in your introduction speech. So this is my fault?
リリー先生も一応注意はしてるけどしょうがないって感じだし。だって生き証人がいるんだもんよ。真相は追求するしかね。
It seems my mere existence is shaking up the town's core principles.
つってもオーロラ越えようとすんのは禁止だぜ。リリー先生が鬼の形相で飛んでくる。
ちょっと幼児、昼から不敬じゃない？さすがにそれはダメです。
悪い悪い。
I understand what pretty early means, but am unclear how it relates to this kind of talk. It's related. How it's related to this kind of talk. As always, it seems to be rooted in values I can't quite grasp, reminding me of the importance of treading lightly. Well, you've ruined that one.
ごっそさん。じゃ、俺は部屋にこもるかな。
私もごちそうさま。お歌の練習してこよっかな。ごちそうさまです。シュウ先輩は放課後どうするつもりなんです？
Well, since he's not going to take my advice, I'm not sure. Me? I'm simply relieved classes are done for the day, but I wonder what everyone's plans are now.
放課後は大体の生徒がアトリエか自室で自分の作品作りをしています。特にこの時期は。
And that's why I'm saying, if Hugh doesn't want to lag behind, he needs to practice. What's so special about now?
文化祭が近いから。
A culture festival? That word is packed full of sweet adolescence. I guess the school has a culture festival too. Also, what do you mean sweet adolescence? You act like you're an adult, bro. You're in the second year of high school. At this time of year?
文化祭は毎年12月25日。クリスマスにやるものなの。
Wow. In the outside world, it's usually held in fall. And then they're going to be like, what's fall? Why are you falling? Never mind. Arts festivals almost always take place in autumn back in my world. But here I guess they normally happen in the winter.
文化祭ではみんなが制作した作品を展示するんです。町の人たちも大勢見に来ます。
Instead of a school-wide event like back home, here it seems more like an exciting town-wide festival. Plus, it provides a great opportunity for students to show off their skills. Sounds like fun. And the joy of Christmas on top of it.
一年のお楽しみって感じかな。
でもまあ楽しむばかりが文化祭じゃねえ。みんな今の時期は制作のラストスパートでヒーヒー言ってるよ。
Considering it's a culmination of all they've worked, all they've learned over the years, I guess that makes sense. Are the works on display all personal projects? Can you show something you've made in class?
個人のこともありますし、団体で作る場合もあります。もの次第ですね。
クラスで何かってのはないな。
I see, I see. The class projects are completely separate from the festival. Very different from back home.
しかし今年のクリスマスはいつもと違
なんだ
Kirie's film, I don't know.
う。なぜならそう、
Oh,
今回のアレア賞は私渾身の映画が持っていくからだ。
I was joking, but okay. I see. So Kirie is presenting a film as her contribution to the festival.
そうそう。
But you still haven't found a lead actor yet. Yeah, you.
やばい。
I almost never see her teary-eyed. Apparently it's a bigger crisis than I thought.
頼むシュー。このままだと次の映画の主演はカカシになっちまう。
Well, if you can work around it, I'm sure he wouldn't mind getting blown up.
そもそもキリエの映画じゃアレイヤ賞は無理だろ。
無理じゃない。私の今の構想が叶えばいける。
The ARIA Award, is it like the festival's first place prize?
ズバリその通り。アレイヤ賞がもらえりゃアーティストとしての将来は確約されるようなもんだぜ。
Well, there isn't much of a future in this town. Sounds like an important award.
でも去年は義堂先輩の彫刻、一昨年は琴葉さんの絵画、今年もあの二人のどっちかって言われてるよ。
Sounds like fierce competition. I understand what Yuji meant when he said it's not all fun and games. Students work themselves past exhaustion to create something amazing and enough to win a prize that determines their future career.
今からでも間に合うから、シュウも何か作ってみたらどうかな。
Yeah. Why don't you make something, Shu? Me?
そうそう、せっかくだから楽しまないと損だって。
そういえば、私は2年生の授業を見てなかったので知らないんですが、シュウ先輩の専攻は何なんです？
Shu's specialty is having amnesia.
俺たちも知らん。
どうなんだシュウ。
What's what? My major? I ask even though I know perfectly well what they're talking about.
私なら映画、昨夜なら服飾。まあ何でもいいんだけどよ。シュウの専門分野ってやつはなんだ？
My expertise. If I had to answer honestly, I don't have one.
専攻がないんですか？外の世界は不思議です。
That everyone here is an expert at something is what's truly bizarre.
絵とか工作とか全部苦手なのか？
It's less that I'm bad and more like I've never cared enough to try. Even though this is an example of a culture gap. Even this is an example of a culture gap. When in Rome, though, well, you're in Japan, so...
ないなら探してみればいいんじゃない？
Just because the place looks like Rome doesn't mean you are in... Never mind. How?
私たちもだけど、放課後はみんな好きなことをやってるから、週にもきっと向いてる分野があると思う。
Yeah, maybe it's music.
そりゃいいな。 苦手なんじゃなくてやったことがないってだけならまだ見つかってないだけかもしれないし。
私は週に向いてる専攻を知ってるぞ。はい
The Ritz? I think you mean The Riz. Since he's the main protagonist of an eroge.
今ある分野から無理に探す必要もないですからね。どんな形でもシュウ先輩の作品は見てみたいです。
Everyone's looking at me. Their eyes aglow with excitement. They all have their eyes closed. Excuse me. Even though my skills are literal garbage compared to theirs, I can't help but feel joy at how high their hopes are for me. Okay, the thing I'm good at. I can't even begin to imagine what that might be, but we'll see.
作品作りに大切なのはインスピレーションだ。しかもそいつはいろんな作品に触れることで芽生える。
なかなか都合よくは湧かないから困るんだけどね。
Yeah, I also consume different forms of art, right? Like manhwa, visual novels, anime, live action TV shows, anime games. Oh, I've consumed so much different anime music. You know how it is. Inspiration.
困ったら私のとこ来ればいいか
Hentai, exactly. Hentai games. You know how it is. VTubers. You know, all anime related. Fuck. As long as I'm okay getting blown up. Visual novels. Yeah, I already said that. And like that, my afternoon is set. Maybe seeing everyone's pieces will inspire me in some way. So, with that in mind... who should I go see? Huh? Wait, I'm not expecting this save. Oh, I was gonna do that. Kyrie first, then and then get blown up. Let's see. Where's Kyrie? Oh. She mentioned she'd be shooting around the entrance. Oh shit.
今んとこもうちょっとあたふたしてる感じが欲しいな。
Oof. Kyrie, with the actors and film crew in tow, is as lively as ever. There's less people than last time, but I'm still surprised by the number of folks willing to help her shoot her so-called masterpiece. Hey, Kyrie.
おーシュー、主演は張る気になってくれたか？
Kyrie treats everyone the same and is easy to talk to. These traits make for a great friend, although I still hate getting blown up. Not quite.
なんだ。じゃあ適当に爆破させとくか。
I'd like to retract my former statement. Just to confirm your major is film, right?
んだな。映像制作とも言う。
Yeppers. And the other kids here helping you out?
あたしらはみんな演劇部の一員だからな。
The school has clubs.
より正確に言えば演劇部の映画科だ。あたしらは舞台とかやらんし。
I didn't realize the academy had clubs. Hang on a minute. I just saw something important. They don't do theater or stuff like that. Hang, okay, that could mean multiple things. Does that mean that theater is non-existent? Or does it mean that it's the film school that doesn't do theater, but it does exist? Right? Because here's the thing. She knows what theater is, so surely it does exist. I didn't realize the academy had clubs. I wonder if Sakuya was talking about this when she mentioned group submissions to the festival. Huh? So Kotoha is part of the acting club?
いいよ。琴音は私専属の助っ人。
You're basically releasing a movie for Christmas. Christmas?
そうだ。一番キャパの広い第4アトリエを抑えているが。
You don't have a lead actor.
そうなんだよ。
The waterworks start up again, and I purposefully avoid eye contact. What are you filming now?
これは文化祭用じゃない短編映画だ。文化祭のための構想は別にあるんだけど。
Right. The opera thing you were talking about will be answered with Yune's choice. Oh. Could you star in your own film?
私は監督だ。そこは絶対に譲れん。
You say that like directors don't already star cameos in their own films, right? Quentin Tarantino's a good example of it. Taika Waititi is also one, right? I mean, the most notable example of a cameo would have been Stan Lee in every Marvel film except before his death, at least. It's a little bizarre how okay everyone seems with a director so obsessed with explosions. If you have access to the acting club, then why not get one of them to do it?
それがどうにもな。みんな主演は嫌だって。
Why are they part of the acting club? Why?
怪我するから。
Okay, it is because of the explosions. Come on. They're actors, not stunt performers.
それにだ。シュウ、お前は私らの思い描いていた主人公像にぴったりなんだ。もう他のやつでは対応できねえ。
Really, huh? Well, it's not like I've figured out my own major yet, so maybe I can help out from time to time.
本当か？
I find my resolve weakening, seeing the genuine joy on in her eyes. She seems to be in a jam, and if I can help in some way, then I will. Perhaps Kotoha finds your film fascinating.
ああ、そうなんだよ。
Did you even hear what I said?
よし、せっかくだし今度週にも私の映画を見せてやる。
Uh-oh. Sure.
ちょうど去年のクリスマスに上映したやつがあるからな。フィルムは私の部屋にある。
Your piece from last year's festival, huh?
今の私からすりゃ甘い部分は多いけど、それでも力作だぜ。
Whatever it's about, Clea Kyrie is incredibly confident about making films. I'm honestly a little jealous. And I'm sure it ends.
過去最大の火薬を使った。
Yep. I guess her methodology hasn't changed with time. Why are you so into explosions anyway?
愚問だぜ。映画の醍醐味って言ったらそこだろ？
The crowning glory? While there are plenty of Western films filled with flashy explosions, they're not necessarily a requisite for a masterpiece. Seems more like an obsession to me. Maybe it's a matter of different strokes.
私が初めて見た映画は最後がすんげー爆発だったんだ。それに惚れ込んでな。
And the first movie he ever saw was Transformers. The first one. So that's when you wanted to become a filmmaker?
まあな。
It's not like Kyrie to sound so lukewarm about anything. Maybe I'm imagining things.
シュウはまだ見たことねえからわかんねえかもしんねえけどよ。私の映画にはがっつりファンがついてるんだぜ。
Is that so?
マジマジ。新作発表するたびにこっそり差し入れくれる隠れファンとか。
You don't have any fans. You don't have any fans. You're probably writing those letters yourself.
バカにしてんのかてめえ。私のファンは私に似て奥ゆかしいんだよ。
Yeah, my fans exist. They just go to a different school. So not the slightest then. I see where you're coming from though. And it's given me a lot to mull over.
楽しみに待ってるからな。お前がいないと次回作が。
Knowing how much Kyrie wants me, who is literally good at nothing, is exactly the boost I need. You said Yune next? Alright. I came to see what you were working on.
いらっしゃい。って言っても私しかいないんだけど。
She sticks out her tongue playfully. What are you crafting that requires you to be in the chapel? Shouldn't you use the atelier?
普通はね。でも私の制作は正確に言うと制作じゃないっていうか。
What is your specialty?
私の専攻はちょっとみんなとは違ってて。
She hesitates briefly as she answers.
アカペラ。
Why is there a space between the A and the C in a cappella? Singing. Of course, the arts include more than just painting and sculpture. It encompasses music as well.
わかるの？
Of course, singing is a marvelous art form.
よかった。たまに認めてくれない人もいるんだよね。
Really?
そうだよ。だって歌なんてものじゃないし、チベッタにいた頃は専攻もさせてくれなかったからね。私にとっても初めてのチャレンジなんだ。
It seems like some refuse to consider something art unless it produces something tangible. Sveta must be the school she attended before Santario Academy. There's another school? Yeah, the middle school.
昨夜もキリエもみんな自分の武器、得意なことを専攻にしてる。私の場合はそれが声なの。
Yeah, I mean, the first instance, the first time we met Yune, she was literally singing. So like, your voice, yeah, you know, she was a bit distracted, by her panties, so he couldn't hear her.
私がみんなに負けないって言えるのはそれくらいだから。
An amazing voice. No, it's amazing grace. In other words, she's regarded as second to none. As I ponder the meaning of her words, my thoughts are interrupted by a different voice.
ユネさんは 七色の声が出せるんです。
リリー先生、
That's wide for a vocal range.
うん、限界はあるけどね。
Can you imitate voices too, like Sister Lily?
私ですか？
多分いける。
I want to hear. Okay, hang on, Shu. I think you're projecting your fantasies onto Yune here.
5分。
皆さん、席に着きましたか？本日の礼拝を始めましょう。
Whoa, you sound just like her. I hope if I wonder if the actual voice actress was imitating Sister Lily's voice actress, or it was just Sister Lily's if it was Lily's voice actress that was talking.
なんだか恥ずかしいですね。
うまくできたかも。
Does this mean you can say weird things in Sister Lily's voice? Hang on, Shu. What are these fantasies?
何を言っているんですか、シュウさん。おっす、おいらの名前はリリー。やめなさい。
はーい。
She's angry.
で、こんな具合に声の調子を変えるのが得意なの。
Yeah, but that's different from singing.
あまりからかうと伴奏してあげませんよ。
ごめんなさい。ボイトレだと思って。
Accompaniment?
賛美歌の伴奏はね、リリー先生にしてもらってるの。オルガンは先生たちしか弾けないし。
Isn't a cappella normally sung without any sort of accompaniment?
それは違いますね。あ、カペラ。元は聖堂で歌うことを示していた言葉ですが、必ずしも無伴奏とは限りません。
Really? Or is that just how it is in this town?
あくまで教会で歌われる音楽のある一つの様式というだけです。もちろん無伴奏でも構いませんが。
Well, yeah, most of the time hymns are sung with a choir in churches.
今度の文化祭でコンサートをするの。リリー先生、忙しいのに伴奏してくれるって言うから。
Neat. It'll be like a collaborative piece.
そうですね。
でもよかった。シュウが認めてくれて。
は？
さっきも言ったみたいに、私の歌って受け入れてもらえないこともよくあるから。それがちょっと後ろめたいって思ってたから。
You shouldn't have to feel that way. Everyone has their own unique talents, except Shu. Actually, Shu's good at fucking. That's his talent.
うん。だから偏見がないシュウにそう言ってもらえて嬉しかったの。
She seems deeply sincere, but far more talented than she gives herself credit for. She was far more talented than she gives herself credit for.
私は一般的な美術はどれも平均くらいだから、自分の声を生かすことに決めた。シュウにもきっと向いてる何かがあると思う。それがまだ存在する分野じゃなかったとしても。
Thank you, Yune. I'll keep searching. I hope I can find something that suits me, just like with Yune and her singing. Okay, that didn't answer my question with opera. Unless you're telling me opera doesn't exist because people don't, because because it doesn't produce something tangible. Opera is singing. Opera is more than singing. What do you mean? There's a reason there's a reason a cappella is different from opera. I can't get into I can't talk about the intricacies of opera without well, it's similar enough. It is not. Okay, Kotoha. Kotoha should be in the 7th atelier. Aha! The atelier was the furthest away within campus grounds. It was fairly far. But she could usually be found here alone after school. How do you know this? Perhaps this is a perk for being so exemplary in her studies. I say to myself, half joking and half serious, as I push open the door. Sorry for interrupting you. It was originally just singing. Well, yeah. But opera still had a plot. There was still a reason for the singing. It's not the same as a hymn. Sorry for interrupting you. I don't know if I already said that. As I step inside, the smell of oil paint immediately fills my nose. And there I see... Kotoha staring fixedly at a sculpture in front of her in a way I've never seen before. Well, opera is probably undiscovered in this town then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Considering that people shunned Yune for wanting to sing in her other school, that means that singing is not very popular. So opera is probably non-existent as well. Maybe she doesn't know I'm here. She seems really focused. It's clear she's in the midst of painting. I'm assuming she's sketching out a rough draft based on the pencil in her hand. Her drawing portrays a rather buff nude male. Size-wise, it's more akin to the ancient Greek statue of Laocoon than an accurate portrayal. Oh, crap. About an hour. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. Killing time? Not exactly. I explain how I'm wandering around campus in an attempt to find inspiration for a potential major. I know, but I kind of do. Everyone is so ridiculously good at something. That's true. Math, English, Japanese, geography, history, languages, math, cooking even. Then do you know what 1 + 1 is? Math is pretty important considering that's everywhere. So is Japanese, or well, English in my case. There actually are some specialized art schools, but where I come from, but they're fairly rare. Not yet.
じゃあ実際に書いてみたら？
Drawing? Yeah, I have. I'm shit at it.
やってみないと得て増えてもわからないからね。
Listen, alright. I tried to use my graphics tablet for more than just Osu, alright? And it didn't work out. Her smile is so bright, it's practically glowing. I've heard how popular she is among the other students, and I immediately understand why.
リンゴなんかどうだろう。デッサンの定番だし、確かシュウ君はリンゴ組だよね。
It's true. The name is so childish.
これが紙と鉛筆。あ、イーゼルはいる？机の方が書きやすいかな。
It really is, though. Literally, the only times you would hear, like, the name of a fruit as a classroom name would be in fucking kindergarten. Right? An easel?
これ。
An upright support for paintings. Oh, he didn't know that. I think the desk will be easier for me.
わかった。じゃあそこで。
Kotoha picked out these tools specifically with me in mind. In other words, I can't let her down. Okay, I'll sketch out a life drawing of some bread.
それは木炭デッサンだね。そっちの方が良かった？
Oh, good point. I'll stick with a pencil. There's no way I'm plunging straight into advanced drawing techniques.
それじゃあ私の椅子に座ってもらって。
She's teaching me how to do what she was doing when I arrived. I wish my mind spent less time in the gutter and more time getting inspired. What do you mean? What gutter? Look, I know he's the MC of an eroge, but still. I finished my sketch. All done.
うん。
It's shit. Oh, okay.
うん。
Uh-oh. My heart is so bad it broke her. The gift of being truly awful. I know I'm not artistically inclined.
いや、わからないよ。この何とも言えない感じが特定の層に受けるかもしれないし。
Look me in the eye and say that. It's fine. I was well aware from the very beginning. My talent might be considered average elsewhere, but here it's laughably awful. So Sakuya likes to work in her room and not on campus, huh? Well, you know, who do you think's gonna test out all her outfits except for her? Sakuya's room is on the 3rd floor of the dorm. Oh, not that scene with Kotoha yet. Yeah, I was worried when you were saying that scene because I thought that she would be like naked modeling or something. But, you know, it's the all ages version, so surely that wouldn't be the case. Since she lives in the girls' dorm, I had to sneak in so no one would catch me. Where's Sakuya's room? Since none of the rooms are marked, I had no way of figuring out which room is hers. Just knock on all of the doors, and don't worry if any other girl answers. Just keep going until Sakuya opens the door. That'll work out, right? Even considering that he snuck onto the 3rd floor. Up to, I mean. She said it was just around the corner.
先輩、こっちです。
Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. I'm coming in. Why couldn't she have met me in the hall? The thought crosses my mind as I open the door to her room. And then... What'd I tell you? I told you she was trying on her outfits. Her room is so vibrant. It is a vibrant explosion of color. And there Sakuya sits plopped in the center of it all, like the queen of her fabric domain. The slut. Okay, don't say that. This is quite a room. It's messy. By the way, your hair looks different than usual. She made extensions out of her own hair. You make hair extensions too? Actually, I've never seen Sakuya with her braids undone. It makes me look at her a bit differently than before. Kana. Is your room always like this? Not the bed. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, it's the all ages version. What could possibly go wrong? Sakuya's major is fashion design. While not on the same level as the traditional fine arts, it's certainly breathtaking in its own right. I didn't need a flashback of this. I remembered that she was into fashion. Speaking of which, I remember her saying she'd never seen clothes like mine before. Don't worry about it. I'm the one who barged in here uninvited. Yeah, because he's dog shit at everything creative. Yeah. I want to find where my talent lies, or at least something I really want to do more than anything. I've been visiting my friends. With my friends. Okay. I'm visiting my friends to try and get a flash of inspiration. That fabric in your hand, are you using it for a new piece of clothing? So Kirie could walk in. It's a possibility. You're helping her too? It seems like a pretty important job. It sounds like Sakuya, like Kotoha, is helping Kirie out with her film. Yeah, I can see that. It sounds like this field is the best fit for you, in more ways than one. She beams at me, her dazzling smile stretching practically from ear to ear. Something that I love, that fills me with confidence, that I take pride in, something I could boast about. Your work is impressive, Sakuya. You're younger than me, and yet you want to do something, and then... and you're younger than me, and yet you want to do something and then do it. That is a confusing sentence. I always thought it was normal for people... but... Never mind. Wait, what? I've always thought it was normal for people to only have a vague idea of their dreams or their strengths. Okay, there you go. But everyone here is so different, each with their own unique skills that define them.
褒め言葉は素直に受け取っておきましょう。シュウ先輩にはないんですか？
Talented at getting bitches. What? So if creativeness and imagination go hand in hand, why am I horrible at being creative? I don't know. Nope. Or rather, I haven't found it yet.
それを探しに来たんですもんね。
I believe Sakuya's proper title is something like designer. It's a field normally dominated by women, although most of what I consider normal is far from here.
シュウ先輩は何か着てみたい服などありますか？
Something I want to wear. Honestly, I've never been interested in fashion. I've never been very interested in fashion.
そうですか。あ、そういえば。
ん？
ちょっと手が離せないので、先輩、そこの棚の上から3番目を開けてくれますか？
Yeah. I pull open the drawer and spot a familiar piece of clothing inside. Hey, this is mine.
制服しかないと休日が面白くないですから。
Sakuya. I'm bad at being hands-on like drawing. Imagine he opened the wrong drawer. Okay. She's such a good kid. The kindness shown by the people here borders on excessive, honestly.
ただ、見たことのない素材だったので、あり合わせのもので賄ってしまいました。違和感はないと思うんですけど。
I never would have known it was torn in the first place. I'm impressed you were able to do this with it this much with unfamiliar fabric.
そうですね。外の素材ってことになるんでしょうか。とにかく初めて見ましたし、触りました。
Clothing in question was a plain t-shirt, the fabric unremarkable and bordering on shabby. It's only unique because it doesn't otherwise exist in this town.
大通りで古着なんかを買ってきてくれれば、私がリメイクしてあげますね。
Really? That sounds kind of fun.
私もシュウ先輩に服を着てもらいたいです。
I can tell how much she loves fashion by the genuine smile on her face. I wonder if I'll ever have that dreamy expression on my face about something. It's a bit like discovering a part of yourself. As I place my hand on my chest, various thoughts race through my mind. Who does he call them kids? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't either. I'm pretty sure that's everyone. Why does he call them kids? Yeah, I don't know. Kota has impressively detailed sketches. Yune's unique vocal talent. Sakuya the fashion designer who creates clothing with the wearer in mind. Kirie the film enthusiast. Thinking back, each one of them seemed to clearly enjoy what they were doing. I guess it's part of their schooling here, although none of them seem put off by it. Everyone is so brilliant and radiant. Rather than inspiring me, it further emphasizes how different I am from everyone else here. I was waiting for him to show up. Best girl so far. Did it change yet? No, it hasn't changed. Eep. Ah, Giro.
みんなが眩しいということは金粉パーティーでもしているのか
That's not what I meant. I clear up the confusion.
なんだそんなことか別に焦ることでもあるまい
Kotoha said the same thing, but everyone is so talented here.
そもそも州は外の存在なのだから無理にこの町に合わせる必要もないだろう今でも州は俺たちに伝わらない言葉をよく使うと聞いているだがそれがお前らしい
I'm not really doing that on purpose. Every encounter with an unknown philosophy forces me to react in a way that only further highlights my outsider perspective. But according to Guido, that's part of who I am.
俺も今まで見たことのない種類の人間に出会えて少し興奮しているよそのままでいてくれた方が俺は嬉しい
Okay, well, don't call him a type of human. Thanks a lot. You really cheered me up. So being quite the character himself, his ability to read others, especially me, is impressive. No wonder so many adore him.
実際あまり美術に向き合う習慣がなかったのなら一朝一夕で皆に追いつくのは難しい
It's true.
だがそれはあくまでも技術的な話だ
As he speaks, he takes something out of his bag.
センスとそして運さえあれば成り立つ芸術というものもある
That's... camera. Not a digital camera, which I'd used more than once, but a slightly antique-looking camera. Looking classic SLR.
俺が昔に使っていたものだ今ではもうずっと誇りをかぶっているからよければもらってくれ
He's really gonna get into photography. Huh? Are you sure?
インスピレーションから作品を作るんだろうそいつはビビッときた瞬間にシャッターを切るだけで済むとはいえその瞬間というのに出会うのが難物だがな
Photography. There's no denying the skill involved in handling a camera and taking photos. Still.
そいつはさほど高級なものでも本格的なものでもない操作なら簡単だから飯時にでも教えよう
Thank you so much. Through photography, I can create work that rivals handmade paintings, depending on the subject, of course. Still, I'm not quite sure yet, as evidenced by Guido's offer to teach me how to work the camera in the first place. Photography is more difficult. Is most definitely an art form. I just never saw it that way before. Well, I mean, yeah, cooking can be an art form too, right? The idea of producing art by capturing a scene instead of creating it hadn't crossed my mind.
別にただの善意であげるんじゃないこれは俺が週にしてもらいたいことなんだ
From me?
週には俺たちにない視界がある
Hentai is an art form, right? Yeah? It's just very sexual. The way I see the world.
俺たちが当たり前のように見ている光景も週の目にはどこかずれたように映るのかもしれない
You're probably right. The townsfolk here, the aurora is no different than the clouds in the sky. Whereas to me, it's a glaring anomaly.
週の見る街を俺は見たいんだ
From an outsider's viewpoint, right?
ああ そのままでいいと言ったのはそういうことだ。
With camera in hand, I feel like the barbarian my entrance to the world of art is far less formidable. I mean, you know, he could have gone into authorship as well, you know, like writing a book. Right? That's also a form of art. I'll capture the town the way it is, through the eyes of an outsider. I'm sure Guido, as well as everyone else, will treasure this photography. I hope, at least. Just thinking about it is getting me a little excited. Which part of you?
もちろん、他の分野を身につけるのも衆の自由だ。だがそいつを忍ばせておくと面白くなるかもしれん。もし他に自分の専攻が見つけられないなら、文化祭には写真展でも開いてみればいいだろう。
Okay.
楽しみにしているぞ。
With this camera from Guido, I can express myself in my own way. November 30th. Friday.